Good evening, teacher.
Hi, Luis. Just one moment while I greet everybody because I just started my broadcast. 1 second, please.
Okay, okay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lorraine, and you may have guessed by now that I'm from Canada. This class is about Toronto, Canada. We're going to be reading about Toronto and learning some vocabulary, and I'm celebrating my Canada Day today. And so we have Luis with us. And where are you from, Luis?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil. Okay, very good. And what's it like in Brazil today? A good day?
Yes, it was good. Now it's night,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we are in the evening. But it's a sunny day today. It's too warm. It was very good.
Yeah, today in Canada, where I live, it has been also very warm. It's more like Brazil, I think, than what Canada normally is. We have
Oh.
some tropical air that has come north, and it's humid and hot, 30 degrees. For us, that's very hot. So
So you live in Vancouver area?
I live in the area that's around the Great Lakes. So I'm in the province of Ontario. And when we get started in this lesson, I'll show you a map and whereabouts I live. Yeah, which I'm very close to Toronto.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay, and we have Helicio. How are you today?
Hello, Lorraine. I'm fine. Good
Did
to
I?
see you.
Good to
Good to
see you
see
too.
you.
Can you say your name again? Because I think I did it wrong.
Elcio.
Elcio. Elcio. So no pronouncing the H?
Yes, you type the correct form, the correct pronounce.
Okay. Elcio. Excellent. And remind me, Elcio, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil as well. Good. Welcome. Nice to see you again. And we have Diego. Hi, Diego.
Hi Lorraine, how
How
are
are
you?
you doing?
Okay, I'm good. Yes.
That's good. Can you turn up your volume just a little bit, Diego, because you're very soft. I can barely hear you.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah,
More
that's a
loudly?
little better.
Okay,
Okay, good.
thanks.
Excellent. Welcome to the class. And we have Hernan. Hello.
Hi Lorraine, how are you?
I'm very good. Where are you from?
From Colombia.
From Colombia. Okay. And did I pronounce your name correctly?
Can you repeat my name now?
Hernan.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
correct.
Good. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I like getting it right.
Great job.
I am trying to learn Spanish,
No,
so I
good.
want to at least pronounce Spanish names correctly.
Yeah, the age is very different.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
but
because we almost always pronounce H in English. Not always, but almost always.
but if you say Hernan, I understand, no problem.
Okay, very good. Welcome
Okay.
to the class.
Okay,
Hi,
thank you.
hi, Ismail. How are you doing?
I am doing well, Lorraine. How are you?
I'm good. Have you been on Verbling all day?
Uh, yes, we can say.
How many classes did you do today?
I think 5 classes I did today.
Wow, 5 hours of
5 hours.
speaking English. Very good. Excellent job. Oh, and I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'll try. Lucia?
No, it's Lucia, but you can call me Lucy. It's easier for you.
Okay, well, Lucia? Did I say it
Oh,
right?
you, yes, but call me Lucy.
Okay, Lucy. Where are you from?
I'm from Croatia.
Croatia. Very good. And are you one of the people in this picture?
Yes, I'm the right one.
On the right, with the trophy.
Yes.
Okay. And what was the trophy for?
My team won the league. We were first.
And what sport?
Basketball.
Basketball. Okay. It did look like a basketball court in the back. Okay. Very good. Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
Sergio. Okay.
Hola, teacher Lauren. How are you?
I'm very good. And where are you from, Sergio?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil. Okay, lots of people from Brazil today. Very good. Welcome to the class.
Thank you, teacher.
And I got everyone there. So, David, hello. David?
Hi, teacher.
There he is. How are you doing today?
We're fine.
Good.
Thank you, teacher.
I'm very good. I haven't seen you for a while. Nice to see you in the class.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Good. And we have Carolina or Carolina. How do you pronounce your name?
Hi, Carolina.
Carolina. Okay, nice. And where are you from, Carolina?
I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
Oh, Bogota, Colombia. I had another student earlier today from Bogota. Very good. Nice that you could join us for this class. Okay, so as you know, here in Canada, it's Canada Day, and I've chosen a reading about the city of Toronto. Many people think that Toronto is our capital city, but it is only the capital of the province of Ontario. I have posted in Verbling chat a worksheet so you can follow along. I will also post it in Google Chat. There it is. And I'll share my screen with you. I've got a PowerPoint presentation. Okay. So if you click on my icon at the bottom of the screen, this screen will always stay as your main screen. So you should see a screen that says Toronto, the capital city of Ontario province. If you cannot see it, let me know. Okay, good. So where is Toronto? This is a map of Canada. Canada is a very large country, huge, but our population is mainly along the border with the US. So you'll see a lot of cities, and they're all right along the border here. When you get to the northern part of Canada, it is wilderness, just wilderness. So most of the population is here, and Toronto is surrounded by the Great Lakes, and you can see a better picture of it here. So it's very close to Buffalo in the US. We're right on the border. Right across the lake is the US. And Windsor is another city that is very close to the border, but here is Toronto. And I live in a little town just north of Toronto. Okay. Are there any questions about the country of Canada or the province? Everyone's okay so far? All right.
Yeah.
So, before we read the article, we'll go through some of the vocabulary that you will see. The way I do this is I get you to read the vocabulary word and then try to match it with its definition. So let's start with Carolina. Number 1, if you read the word, please, and then see if you can match it to one of these definitions. Go ahead.
Okay. Capital, and the other is related, having the main offices of a government, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah, if we mean it as a capital city, it has the main offices of a government. Does anybody know what the capital city is of Canada?
Ottawa.
Yeah, Ottawa. Yes, Ottawa is our capital city. It is not as big as Toronto, but it still is our capital city. It was chosen as the capital city because it was much farther away from the United States. At the time, they were afraid of being attacked. So you move your capital city a little further away from your neighbor. Okay, David, number 2.
Yes, Lorraine. Native Canadians, race. Okay, yeah. I think they are the members of any of the first groups of people living in Canada.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
So we have many different native groups that lived in Canada and were here before the Europeans arrived. And that brings us to the next word. Diego?
Yes, alright.
Mm-hmm.
I think persons who explores a new area.
This is a verb in the past tense.
Okay. Came to a rushed a place after traveling.
Okay, good. Exactly. And the next one, Elcio?
Okay. European is adjective, the person born, raised, or living in Europe.
Okay. So this word here is raised. Raised.
Raised.
Yes. And raised means to grow up from being a baby to an adult. You were raised. Okay, and the next one, Hernan, number 5.
Okay, number 5, explorer, noun, and I don't know, but person who explores a new area.
See, you do know. Very good. Well
Okay.
done.
Thank you.
Ismail, number 6.
Number 6. Head offices phrase. The main office for a multinational company.
Yes, good. Excellent. And Lucy, number 7.
Published. Mm, a public performance of music? No. Prepared and produced as in books for sale.
Exactly, yes. Good. Well done. And Luis, the next one, please.
Professional. The last one, having the skill of a person trained for a particular job.
Exactly. Very good. And Sergio, number 9.
Number 9, concerts. Let us see, a public performance of music.
Exactly. Very good. Carolina, 11.
Popular.
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 10. I missed one.
Okay. Amusement park.
Number 10.
10. Excuse me. Live theater. performances given by actors in person.
Exactly. Now that word right here can be pronounced two ways, live and live. In this case, when we say live theater, it means that it's performed by people actually there. So we talk about something being alive. It's how you can remember. If it is live theater, the people are alive. And we live in a town. That's when we use the pronunciation of live. Okay, so one is live is an adjective and live is a verb.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, David, number 11.
Sure. Popular. Okay. I think learn and like or enjoyed by many people.
Okay, good. And the next one, Diego. Sorry, Diego, you don't have a picture. I can't remember your name because.
No
Right.
problem. Amusement park.
Mm-hmm.
A place that has many games and rides for entertainment.
Exactly. Good. And Alcyon?
Caribbean. Oh, no.
Number 13.
13 festivals.
Sorry about the dog. It's my mother's dog. Excuse me. I don't know what she's barking at.
A special time or events where people gather to celebrate something.
Yes. Yeah. Good.
It's easy.
Yeah, when there isn't a dog barking in your ear. And 14. Hernan?
Okay. Caribbean. Proper noun. Proper noun, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, G. Relating to the Caribbean Sea or its island or its people.
Yes, good. Are there any questions about this vocabulary? Everything's clear? All right, so we'll switch over now and read the article. I'll change the screen share as well. You can follow along either on the worksheet that you downloaded or on the screen share, whichever you like. Okay, now I have to make it so I can see everybody. Okay. Ismail, can you start? I want you to read the title, the subtitle, and the first paragraph, please.
Toronto, Canada's largest city. Toronto is the largest city in Canada. It is the capital of Ontario. About 5.5 million people live in the Toronto area. About half of the people in Toronto were born in other countries.
Very good, thank you. Lucy, can you continue with number 2, please?
Toronto is the southern part of Ontario. It is on Lake Ontario. The winters in Toronto are not as cold as many other Canadian cities. The lake keeps the city warmer in the winter.
Okay, good. Thank you. And Luis, can you continue with number 3, please?
Yes. Please scroll down.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Sorry. There you go.
Thank you. Toronto has been Ontario's capital city for more than 140 years. That is not a long time. The first people who lived in the area were native Canadians. They were the Iroquois people. The Iroquois arrived there about 6,000 years ago. The first European arrived there in 1615. His name was Etienne Brulé. He was an explorer from France.
Okay, so this word for the native, this is Iroquois. Iroquois. It's actually, I think, a French word. But this is what these people in the area were called. There were the Iroquois and the Hurons that lived in the area that is now Toronto. And the explorer's name was Etienne Brulé.
Etienne.
Mm-hmm. Good, thank you. And Sergio, can you, as soon as I get the whole thing up, read number 4 for me, please. There we go.
Okay. Ontario became part of the new country of Canada in 1867. In 1867, Toronto was still a small town. By 1950, the number of people who lived in the city was still less than 1 million. Many people moved to Toronto as the number of jobs grew. Many immigrants chose Toronto as the place they want to live.
Okay, good. Now this word is immigrants. Immigrants. Okay, what is it? What is an immigrant?
Immigrants, that there are person that born in a country and live in another country differently.
Okay, so these are people who leave their own country and they come to another country to live. Yeah, good. So they immigrate. They actually emigrate and they immigrate into the new country. All right. And number 5, Carolina.
Toronto is a city where jobs can be found. Of all the jobs in Canada, about 18% are in Toronto. There are many jobs in building plants and cars. The food industry is very large too. Most of Canada's banks have their head offices in Toronto. Many books and magazines are published there.
Good. Okay, well done. Toronto doesn't have as many jobs now as it did when this article was written. Since 2008, we have lost a lot of jobs in building planes and cars. So we still have lots of bank head offices and still magazines and some books are published in Toronto. Okay, David, number 6, please.
Okay. Toronto is not just a city of work. There are many places to visit and things to do. Toronto has 5 professional sport teams. Many singers and groups have concerts in Toronto when they are on tour. Live theater is popular in the city, as amusement park and a zoo in the area attract thousands of visitors.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Diego, number 7, please.
One of Toronto's most popular festivals is in the Caribana Festival. It has been held since 1967. Toronto has many people from the Caribbean. Thousands of people take part in the festival's Hush Parade. They dress in colorful Caribbean costumes, soca, steel, pan, reggae, and salsa music is heard all day. Hundreds of thousands of people go to the festival every summer.
Okay, and I'm just going to bring your attention to these 2 words. The first word is huge, huge,
Huge.
huge, and we pronounce the H, huge.
Huge.
Okay, and the second word is parade.
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 Good. Okay, so it's a huge parade. And what is a parade? Any,
It's a place.
not a place. Anybody help him?
Many people together.
Yes, but they do something.
Celebrating something.
Yes, a parade is when they go down the street. So there will be decorated floats that have people in costumes on it. And I know that lots of countries have parades. I have seen them in Mexico when I went to Carnival. So if you know what I mean, when everybody gets together and goes down the middle of the street, there is music, people are playing bands, and they walk. Do you know what I mean? I wonder what that's called in Spanish.
Yes, in Colombia too.
Okay, what do you call it?
Many parades in Colombia.
Okay, but in Spanish, how do you say parade?
Festival. Desfile.
Desfile.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Desfile in Spanish.
Okay, can you write it in the chat for me, please?
Sure. In Google, yeah. Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Desfile. Okay.
It's like a fashion parade.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's what they're doing in this Caribbean festival, Caravana. Toronto was just host to a very famous parade just this past week. Does anybody know what was going on in Toronto? Did anyone hear of it?
Canada Day, I think.
Well, Canada Day is today, and that's a whole different thing. But all last week, there were festivities in Toronto because there was a worldwide festivity being held in Toronto. Anybody know what it was? No?
Movie festival?
Not a movie festival, no. It was the Pride Parade. Pride Parade. And this is all of the gays in all over the world came to Toronto to take part in the Pride Parade. So it's been very, very different in Toronto this week. Very interesting. We always have a Pride Parade every year, but this year it is the World Pride Parade, so it's very big. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Yeah, quite crazy in Toronto this week. Okay, so let's switch back. Yes?
In Brazil, it's normal. The type of
It's
parade.
normal.
For political causes, is three peoples. A pride parade, a million of people.
Okay, so we'll get back to learning about Toronto. I don't remember who we were at, so I'm going to start with Sergio. I would like you to read the first fast fact for us.
Okay, fast facts. More than 90 ethnic groups live in Toronto. More than 100 languages are spoken in the city.
Okay, so this word is ethnic. Ethnic. And what does it mean?
Native. Native groups?
Not native groups. Natives are the people who were in the country first. Those are the natives. Ethnic
Indigenous?
groups are not the natives, although they could form part of an ethnic group.
Okay.
Okay. So ethnic just means that they come from a different country. So maybe there would be people from India and their ethnic groups, and somebody from there'd be
Africa.
some people from Africa and Pakistan, and so many people live in Toronto, and like it says here, more than 100 languages are spoken in the city. When you go to Toronto, it's like going to the whole world. If you walk down one street, you'll see all kinds of people dressed in Indian saris. And then you might turn the corner and you're in an area where everybody is speaking Greek. So you can go from country to country just by walking through Toronto. It's a very interesting city. Okay, Luis, can you read the next fact, please?
Yes, Toronto has a large transportation system. It is one of the few places in North America where streetcars are still used.
Okay, and the picture we have here is of a Toronto streetcar. Good. Lucy, can you read the next point?
The CN Tower is very popular with tourists. It is the tallest tower in the world.
Okay, so this is an old worksheet. It is no longer the tallest tower in the world. I can't remember who has it. I don't remember, but I know that there is some other place that has built a taller tower. But it is still very tall. Ishmael, the next one, please.
Many North American movies and television shows are made in Toronto. Only Los Angeles and New York make more.
Okay, and you said Toronto very well, almost like a Canadian. Canadians don't say Toronto. We say Toronto. Toronto. We kind of leave out the T here. And many movies that you may have seen that are supposed to be in the United States actually were filmed in Toronto. They just make Toronto look like New York or Los Angeles. Okay, so let's answer some questions. You might need to look at the worksheet in the chats, so download it so you can refer to it to answer the questions. Hernan, can you read the first question for me?
Okay. How many of the people who live in Toronto area were born outside Canada?
Does anybody remember?
The answer?
Mm-hmm.
No.
How?
I check them. Yes, yeah. 1 moment. About 5.5 million people live in Toronto, in the Toronto area.
Okay, but
About 5.5 million
that's how many who live in Toronto.
in Toronto.
But how many of them were born outside of Canada?
The percent. About half of the people in Toronto were born in other countries.
Okay, so half of them. Good.
Okay.
So that means about 2.75 million were born outside Canada. Good. All right. Elcio, number 2.
Why is Toronto warmer in the winter than many other Canadian cities. I think is I remember the because of the lakes.
Yes, because of the lake. The lake makes it a little bit warmer. So the lake that Toronto is on the shore of is Lake Ontario. And it's a very, very large lake. You can't see across the lake. It is too big to see across. So it is huge. Well done. Diego, number 3.
Yes. How long have people been living in the Toronto area? Um, uh, I don't remember. 5.5 million?
How
People?
long have they been there? Not how many people, how long. The time that they have been there.
Mm,
And notice that they say people and not Europeans.
are not Europeans? No, I don't remember.
Okay, anybody? You got a guess?
Third,
6,000 years ago.
Probably about that. Yeah,
That was
6,000 years. So the natives who have been in this continent have been here for about 6,000 years. That's a long time. So we're pretty much newcomers to this country. All right, David, number 4.
What was the population of Toronto by 1950? Was less of a million people.
Okay, just a little less than 1 million. Yeah. So there's been a lot of population come since 1950. Incredible. Okay, Carolina, number 5.
Name 2 kinds of jobs a person could have in Toronto. Building plants and cars.
Okay, planes and cars. Those are the 2 jobs that we don't do too much anymore, but those are 2 jobs that from the article. But we still have lots of jobs in the food industry or in banking. Those particular ones are still very strong, even though not so much building planes anymore. But
Okay.
good. You were right. It was in the article, so that is a correct answer. Well done. Okay, Sergio, number 6.
Okay, number 6. Name 2 things a visitor could do when visiting Toronto. Okay, 2 things. They can enjoy their live theater and as well as amusement park and zoo.
Okay, very good. That was 3 things, so you did really well. And there were a few more, but you got most of them. Okay, so amusement park and live theater, you got both of those. Well done. Okay, so Luis, number 7.
What is the Caribana Festival?
Any ideas?
It's a huge parade
Okay,
that
and what
happens.
are the people that hold this festival?
They dress in colorful costumes.
They do, but where are these people from?
Most of them are from Caribbean.
Yes, they're from the Caribbean. Good, yeah.
Caribbean. Yeah.
Okay. Any questions about those? All right, go to the next page. So, We're going to circle true or false for the statements below. Some of the answers are found from the original article, and some were found in the Fast Facts. So, Lucy, number 1, read the statement and tell me if it's true or false.
Toronto is in eastern Ontario. It's false. It is in southern Ontario.
Okay. It's true. It's actually in southeastern Ontario.
Southeastern.
Yeah, southeastern Ontario. Okay.
It says in text that Toronto is in the southern part of Ontario.
All right. Well, that's fair. If it says that in the text, then you're right. But it's kind of like southern Ontario to me is Windsor. Windsor is right down at the very tip, as far to the south as you can get. Toronto is south, but it's also to the east. So typically in Canada we say southeastern, but we'll give it to you. You were right.
Okay.
Okay. You can't go against the article if that's what the article says. All right. Ismail, can you do number 2?
Yes.
Read number 2.
Etienne Brule was a settler from France. I think he was an explorer from France.
Yes, you're right. So this is false. Good. Well done. All right. Wish I could remember names here. Hernan?
Yes.
Number 3.
Okay. Number 3. In 1867, Toronto became the capital of Canada. It's true.
Ooh, did Toronto become the capital of Canada?
False. Ontario.
Yes, false, right.
Yeah.
And what was the capital of Canada? Somebody said
Ottawa.
it. Ottawa, yeah. Ottawa is our capital city.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Elcio?
Number 4. About 18% of Canada's jobs are in Toronto. True.
Yep, that's true. According to the article. It might be different now, but according to the article. Good. Diego, number 5.
Number 5. Streetcars are still used in Toronto. Is true.
This is true. Yeah.
Yep.
The interesting thing about streetcars is that they have always run on electricity. So they're sort of ahead of their time, because now we're starting to run cars on electricity, but the streetcars have always been using electricity. And David, number 6.
Toronto makes more movies and TV shows than New York. It's false.
Yeah, it's false. They make a lot of movies, but that's not. You're right. It's false. This is. They make a lot, but not more than New York. So that should be over on false. My bad. Sorry. Okay. Well done, you guys. So all of that vocabulary that we studied and then read in the article, we're going to use those words now in different sentences. So I'm going to get you to read the sentence and try to put the correct word on the line. So let's start with Carolina.
Yes. Jamaica is an island in the Caribbean.
Yes, good. Okay, and Sergio, number 2.
Okay, number 2. Zara loves music and goes to 3 or 4 blank every year. Concerts.
Yes, concerts. Very good. Luis, number 3.
Ottawa is Canada's capital city.
Very good. Lucy, number 4.
Mario arrived at his wedding in a limousine.
Okay, that's a limousine. Limousine. Good. And do you know what a limousine is?
Yes.
Yeah.
A long car.
Yeah,
with
great big long car. Yeah, with a driver. Have you ever been in a limousine?
Yes, I have.
Was it nice? Did you like it?
Of course.
I've been once. I thought it was funny. Kind of strange having such a long car. Okay, Ishmael, number 5.
Vampire books and movies are very popular right now.
Yes. Good. And Hernan, number 6.
Number 6. My English textbook was published in Toronto.
Good. Published. Very good. Ercio, number 7.
Number 7. Many ethnic. Native Canadians.
Okay, so ethnic just means from all different types of countries, different peoples from different countries. And they have their own special things that they do from their countries. And they bring it to Toronto and they do it there.
Can be Caribbean.
Well, Caribbean is one kind of ethnic thing.
Europe? How you do? Many festivals.
Yes, festivals. I believe so. I think that's it.
Ah,
Ethnic festivals.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, festival reminds me of the word fiesta.
Oh,
Like party.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, good. And I think it's Diego. Number 8.
Number 8. France and Italy are examples of 2 European countries.
European countries. Good. Okay, and David, number 9.
Disney World is an amusement park in Florida.
Yes, an amusement park. Yes.
Amusement park.
Amusement. Good. And Carolina, number 10.
Rania wants to work in blank when she finishes her drama course in the university. Can I see the words, please?
Yep.
I think it's live theater.
Yes, live theater is correct. Okay, and Sergio.
Okay.
Number 11.
Number 11. James Cook was a British who made the first map of Newfoundland?
Do you want to see the words?
Let's see. He was the explorer.
Yes, yes, explorer. Good. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And Luis, number 12.
Many companies have head office in Toronto and New York.
Okay, head offices. Offices. Good. All right. Lucy, number 13.
Most professional athletes are in good shape.
Good. Yes. Ishmael, number 14.
Toronto has many ethnic groups, but only a small number of
Do you want to? Iroquois? I don't think the Iroquois are in our list.
Yes.
But what do we have in the list that includes the Iroquois?
Native Canadians?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. There, yeah. A small number of Native Canadians. Yes, most of the Native Canadians in Canada are found west of Ontario. So there are a lot in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. And there are only a few in Ontario. Most of the natives in Ontario do not live in the cities. They have their own territories that are called reservations, and that is their land where they stay. They can go anywhere they want, but that is the land that they have title to. It is a problem in Canada. Our natives feel, and probably rightly so, that they have not been treated fairly. Very few countries treat the people who were in them first fairly when they come from Europe and start settling. I'm sure in everybody's country they've had the same sort of problem. And now the natives in Canada are starting to get educations. They're becoming, some of them are becoming lawyers, and they're fighting for their rights. They're fighting for access and ownership of a lot of territory in Canada. It's an interesting thing that's happening. But in Toronto, we don't have too many Native Canadians. So I thought that you might enjoy seeing some of the sights of Toronto. Lots of different things that we do. The first picture is an area just in front of the Toronto City Hall called Nathan Phillips Square. And in winter, they flood the area and turn it into a skating rink where anybody can come for free and skate in the city. So this next picture is our science center. So children come to the science center to learn all about science. They can touch things and learn things and try things. It's really quite an amazing place. Does anybody have a science center in their city or country? Anyone else? In Brazil, is there anything like a science center? No?
No.
No? Okay.
Carnival Center.
I'm sorry, repeat?
We have a Carnival Center.
A carnival center, okay. A little different. Yeah, all the school kids come and they have a great time. As you can see, this little girl, she is touching this ball that has an electrical current, like a static electricity in it. And it doesn't hurt her. It just sends all of her hair on end. It doesn't usually look like this. But the electricity goes out to the ends of the hair and makes all your hair stand off your head. But it doesn't hurt. Very funny. This is the CN Tower, and they're always trying to find something to bring people to the tower. And a few years ago, they started the Edge Walk. And as you can see, this person, it has a rope tied to them, and they're leaning out over the edge of the tower. You can see right up here where this yellow arrow is. That's where that person is. And that's a long way up there. I don't think I would do that. Is there anyone here who would like to try something like this?
Never mind.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ontario Place. Oh, go ahead.
They have the most of fast elevator on Canada.
They have the
most fast elevator in the CN Tower.
Okay. Something about the elevator, but I didn't catch the first word.
The first word, fast.
Oh, fast. Ah,
Fast.
yes, it has a very fast elevator. Yes, it does. In summertime, as I said, it's very hot. So they have splash parks for the little kids and a big marina in Lake Ontario. This place is called Ontario Place, and that's where everybody goes to get cool in the summer. Toronto is on the shore of Lake Ontario, so this is all right in the city. Again, another type of splash park. They have parks specially for dogs. Do other cities have parks for their dogs where you can let the dog off leash? Anywhere?
Yes.
Yeah? I don't know if it's common or not, but it is very common in Canada to have dog parks. Yeah. Okay, and the Music Garden. We have a historical park where all the buildings are pioneer buildings. They are the ones that the settlers used when they first came to Canada. Most of them are from the early 1800s. Toronto was settled in the 1800s mainly, so nothing is very old in Canada. The Europeans have not been here for very long, so but you can go and see what people used to live like if you go to the Pioneer Village. And we have a zoo, a very nice zoo, if you like that kind of thing. And our art gallery. This was a big controversy in Toronto because the art gallery was a very nice older style building, but they needed to make it bigger. And so they had a competition, and an architect won the competition, and the architect built this thing. What do you think of this thing? Do you think that looks good, or does it look a little weird?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very different. I have trouble getting used to it. I think it looks, I don't know, like a big woodpecker nose or something. And this is a picture on the inside, which I like very much. I think this looks amazing. I just don't like the outer part of it. Okay, so if you had, oh, we hardly have any time. If you had a chance to visit Toronto, what attractions would you like to see? Let's just throw that out for anyone. Does anyone have a preference like to tell us about?
The CN Tower.
Okay, the CN Tower, you'd like to see that? It's
Yes.
pretty amazing. Yeah.
Do you know how high is it?
I don't now. I've forgotten how high it is. I know that it is the second tallest freestanding building in the world. And I think the first one is, I don't know, in some, I can't remember. I really don't. Yeah, it might be in Dubai. It might be in Dubai. That's what I was thinking of, and I couldn't think of it. Yeah. Yeah, they had to go a little taller. Okay, so that's all the time we have for this lesson. I hope that it was enjoyable for you and that you learned something about Toronto. Thanks for coming to the class, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you in another class. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.